Hello and welcome back to A Course in Miracles workbook for students. We are after lesson 50. There's a review, and we're going to read the review, and then I guess that's what all we do is we read the introduction to the review.
Mhm.
I thought we actually did. Oh no, we do 51.
Yeah,
Okay,
we can do 51.
yeah, we do 51, which kind of reviews the first three lessons here. So,
First five.
actually, the first
Five.
five.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get started because
This is great.
it's going to be fun and a great review. Beginning with today, we will have a series of review periods. Each of them will cover 5 of the ideas already presented, starting with the first and ending with the 50th. There will be a few short comments after each of these ideas, which you should consider in your review. In the practice periods, the exercises should be done as follows.
Begin the day by reading the 5 ideas with the comments included. Thereafter, it is not necessary to follow any particular order in considering them, though each one should be practiced at least once. Devote 2 minutes or more to each practice period thinking about the idea and the related comments after reading them over. Do this as often as possible during the day. If any one of the 5 ideas appears to you more than the others, concentrate on that one. At the end of the day, however, be sure to review all of them once more.
It is not necessary to cover the comments that follow each idea, either literally or thoroughly, in the practice periods. Try rather to emphasize the central point and think about it as part of your review of the idea to which it relates. After you have read the idea and the related comments, the exercises should be done with your eyes closed and when you are alone in a quiet place, if possible.
This is emphasized for practice periods at your stage of learning. This is emphasized for practice periods at your stage of learning. It will be necessary, however, that you learn to require no special settings in which to apply what you have learned. You will need your learning most in situations that appear to be upsetting, rather than in those that already seem to be calm and quiet. The purpose of your learning is to enable you to bring the quiet with you and to heal distress and turmoil. This is not done by avoiding them and seeking a haven of isolation for yourself.
You will yet learn that peace is part of you and requires only that you be there to embrace any situation in which you are. And finally, you will learn that there is no limit to where you are, so that your peace is everywhere, as you are.
You will note that for review purposes, some of the ideas are not given in quite their original form. Use them as they are given here. It is not necessary to return to the original statements nor to apply the ideas as was suggested back then. We are now emphasizing the relationships among the first 50 of the ideas we have covered and the cohesiveness of the thought system in which they are leading you.
Lesson 51. The review for today, pardon me, covers the following ideas. 1. Nothing I see means anything. The reason that this is so is that I see nothing, and nothing has no meaning. It is necessary that I recognize this, that I may learn to see. What I think I see now is taking the place of vision. I must let it go by realizing it has no meaning, so that vision may take its place.
Number 2. I have given what I see all the meaning it has for me. I have judged everything I look upon, and it is this and only this I see. This is not vision. It is merely an illusion of reality because my judgments have been made quite apart from reality. I am willing to recognize the lack of validity in my judgments because I want to see. The judgments have hurt me, and I do not want to see according to them.
3. I do not understand anything I see. How could I understand what I see when I have judged it amiss? What I see is the projection of my own errors of thought. I do not understand what I see because it is not understandable. There is no sense in trying to understand it. But there is every reason to let it go and make room for what can be seen and understood and loved. I can exchange what I see now for this merely by being willing to do so. It is not is not this a better choice than the one I made before?
Number 4, these thoughts do not mean anything. The thoughts of which I am aware do not mean anything because I am trying to think without God. What I call my thoughts are not my real thoughts. My real thoughts are the thoughts I think with God. I am not aware of them because I have made my thoughts to take their place. I am not aware of them because I have made my thoughts to take their place. I am willing to recognize that my thoughts do not mean anything and to let them go. I choose to have them be replaced by what they were intended to replace. My thoughts are meaningless, but all creation lies in the thoughts I think with God.
Number 5, I am never upset for the reason I think. I am never upset for the reason I think because I am constantly trying to justify my thoughts. I am constantly trying to make them true. I make all things my enemies so that my anger is justified and my attacks are warranted. I have not realized how much I have missed everything I see by assigning this rule to it. I have done this to defend a thought system that has hurt me and that I no longer want. I am willing to let it go.
Wow. That's humbling.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I have goosies. I have goosies all over.
It's always back to square one again. It's like you think you've made progress, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God. It's
Oh
like,
my
oh,
gosh.
I see the judgments and I just see them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, oh no. It's like, what am I? But there's nobody to blame because it's just a thought.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just a thought of blame.
Yes.
There's
And
just
then
a
I like in number 4, I choose to have them be replaced, but what they were intended to replace. My thoughts are meaningless, but all creation lies in the thoughts I think with God. We just have to notice our not God thoughts.
yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
right.
that's it.
Yeah.
Like how simple is that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, simple. And yet we turn off our Zoom at the end of the day and we're like, yeah,
Yeah, we
I
got
see with these and I hear with
Mm-hmm.
these.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing, isn't it?
it's like loosening a tight knot.
Yeah.
Just loosen. Like it seems to take a while.
It's funny. I watched a TikTok of a guy who has a thing called What No Way. So a knot in a cord, like maybe a bungee cord or a tie down or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you take a hammer and you hammer it and it loosens it.
Oh, weird. Neat.
Right? Anyways, so that I had to share my vision because that's
Yeah, that'll loosen it. Once everything's loosened, oh my gosh. It just seems like how could have this been so hard before?
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we can make it hard or we can make it easy, and we always seem to make it hard.
It's it's
Yeah,
just
we want to complicate things.
making things real. That like even the belief in awakening.
Yeah.
Oh, people are awakening. Oh, people are awakening. It's like it's another delusion. It's just another thought.
It's just another thought.
Yeah, or people are they're not waking up. It's like, oh my God. It's like the thoughts are just going like they're just running. They just don't stop. They're just constantly judging.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Because God needs to be included. You can't
Yes,
just
and
say, I'm ascending. I'm
Mm-hmm.
ascending.
yeah.
I'm climbing a ladder.
But in
Whatever.
God, there's
Anyways.
no ascending because there's no ascending or descending in God. Everything's already complete and fulfilled
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
in God. So,
Well,
oh,
and we're doing all this stuff out here, and
mm-hmm,
everything exists in here. And when
mm-hmm.
you live in here, what does it say here? Something about the piece that's already here.
That must have been in the introduction.
Anyways, wherever it says the piece is in here.
Oh yeah, in the introduction, in the review, number 5.
Oh yeah. Oh, because I underlined the whole thing.
Oh,
Yet you will yet learn that peace is part of you and requires only that you be there to embrace any situation in which you are. And finally, you will learn that there is no limit to where you are, so that your peace is everywhere as you are.
right.
There's nothing out here. We make everything out here, even funny little books out here
Separate,
and
like separate.
Yeah.
as separate. Yeah, so the pieces in here, I know I have a stronger foundation in peace in the last few years. I've just because it's all been in here.
Mhm.
You know, the fear exists out here and what, in the world, but we are peace.
Mhm.
We are peace. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing, like nothing is going sideways because there is nothing.
But even
right.
even in the fear, there's no fear. Like even when you're having fear,
There's no
there's
fear.
no fear in that because you
Yeah.
bring your peace,
Yes.
and all of a sudden the fear it disappears.
Yeah.
But it will
Yeah.
come. The fear will come, but there's no fear in it. It's empty.
Right.
Right. Right.
It's actually nothing. But if we believe in it, then there seems to be problems.
Well, that's like you said earlier, it makes it real.
Yeah.
Appear real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this,
It's as simple as driving down the road and you miss a turnoff.
yeah.
And all of it instantly you're like, ah. I mean, that could be happening. I mean, everybody reacts in different ways to different things, but
Yeah.
but when you're in peace, it wouldn't even show up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You'd be like,
Yeah.
next,
You'd
next.
be like, oh. Or you can bring your peace and go, oh, that was an instant of complete terror. But then you realize it's nothing. And then
Yeah.
because you're bringing your peace with it and
Yes.
things okay again.
Mm-hmm.
And I like in number 3 in lesson 51, the last line, it says, I can exchange what I see now for this merely by being willing to do so. Is not this, well, is not this a better choice than the one I made before? That's the last couple lines in
Oh,
number
yes,
3. I
yes.
do not understand anything I see. I can exchange what I see now for this merely by being willing to do so.
Mm-hmm.
It's not work. It's just, noticing and being willing to go, there's peace here.
Yes. Willingness is, I think, half the battle.
Yeah.
And then noticing, being
Yeah.
willing and then noticing it,
Yeah.
willing to see it differently.
And I also liked in number 5, I am never upset for the reason I think, I have not realized how much I've misused everything I see by assigning this role to it, because that's bringing the past into it as well. I have done this to defend a thought system that has hurt me, that I no longer want. I am willing to let it go.
Yeah.
So I've misused everything I see with my physical body eyes by assigning a role to it, by giving
Yeah.
it meaning, by giving it whatever, because then that makes it a real in this illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then how to solidify that defense is you make friends that doing the same thing. So now you got little cliques going on.
Like this, you mean?
They're called hate cliques. I hate them.
Oh, a certain derangement syndrome?
Oh my God, I can't do that I'm like, that's been dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't
Yeah.
even drop it. It was dropped on my behalf in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know what
Well,
happened. Just one day I just
if you
didn't
don't
want to.
participate. If you don't participate, it just doesn't exist.
Yes, exactly.
Participating, what is
But
it?
there's an
Yeah.
attraction to it though, and you can't even get rid of that attraction until you see it for what it is, and then
Yeah.
you're disgusted by it.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
recognize it first.
Then the disgust comes.
Mhm.
That helps you to detach.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
as long as there's an attraction, forget it.
Yeah.
Like you're in it.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like I don't need to defend anybody, so I don't even need to participate.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
But I would do that for you two. If there was a reason for me to have to defend you two, I would definitely defend you.
Right.
Yeah, in the
Not that you
moment.
need defending, but in the moment, I would.
We might.
We. Oh my gosh. But again, it's by assigning a role to it that we've
Mhm.
misused everything.
Yeah.
And we have done this to defend a thought system that has hurt us. So any non-God thought is hurtful to us without us even knowing. And once we notice it, then we've noticed it and we can not do that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's being willing to let it go.
Yeah. That is.
I am not aware of my thoughts because I have made my thoughts to take their place. I am willing to recognize my thoughts do not mean anything and to let them go. Yeah. I think it's really good to review because I do think of these lessons and some, for me, stand out a little bit more.
Mhm.
Nothing I see means anything, and I'm never upset for the reason I think.
Yeah.
Those two always sort of come up for me.
And number 2, the first sentence, I have judged everything I look upon.
Right?
Right. And it's not to judge those judgments when you see them. It's about just noticing that we judge everything.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not about, oh no, like this is horrible. I've judged all this stuff. I'm so bad. So it's just noticing the judgments because nobody's doing them. They're just part of a program.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you can just see it for what it is. It doesn't have any meaning.
Yeah.
Even like the good stuff, even everything that you try to keep your life the most pleasurable, and then you try to maintain that pleasure at maximum level
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And that's impossible
Mhm.
Yeah.
because pain will come, and then what we can do with that is bring our peace
Yeah.
Yeah.
wherever we
That's
go
right.
in pleasure.
Remember our peace.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because peace is not pleasure. Pleasure needs it's conditional, whereas peace is not conditional.
Right. And again, in number 2, the last line, my judgments have hurt me and I do not want to see according to them.
Mhm.
Again, depending on a condition, I can only be happy if this happens.
Conditional.
Yeah.
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 But who cares about happiness? We wouldn't be human if we couldn't be sad. Can you imagine always being happy? That would suck. I
I
want
don't
to have
know.
it all.
Right? Well, that's why
I
we're
want to have
here, to
all
have
the
it all.
human emotions.
Yeah.
It's what makes
Yeah.
us human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jean Nolan was talking a little bit about that yesterday, and he calls them the love and light brigade of the people that just only want to focus on positive things and they will not look at the darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's not that helpful.
No.
Right.
And I recognized it a couple months ago, big time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like everybody around me was just saying, "Oh, like just stay positive, like raise your vibration and just focus only on the good." And I'm just like, "Oh my God, I don't feel very good about that. Like it doesn't
Right.
feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it feels like an order or some kind of instruction." And I'm like, I've been following instructions all my freaking life.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I just be free?
Yeah.
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 I don't want to be told anymore how to be happy because I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, so it's
Right.
like a straitjacket. It's like, let me out.
there's
Mhm.
only one way to be happy, right? And unless you're raising your vibration and being cheerful and whatever, but really the human experience is about feeling everything. And I think I say that in my
Exactly.
daily affirmations, feel it.
Yeah, and bring your peace that you are. Your
Mhm.
Yeah.
freedom is really what I bring. I bring
Yeah.
my freedom. And my
Mhm.
freedom says you can be anything and feel anything and do anything you want.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
let the world do what it wants.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave everything be. Just the way it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's it's
Yeah.
it's an answer.
I fight that a little bit, and I know that's a judgment because it feels at times that my life has already been hard enough.
Mm.
So I'm ready for the good stuff. So I want
Right.
to stay in a more positive. But I had some time on the weekend where I just felt really weepy and I
Mhm.
just sat with it. I just sat with it. There's nothing to do. There's no like, why do
No.
I feel this way? Because
Mhm.
I talk about that too. It's just a feeling. I
Yes.
am never upset for the reason I think. Number
Yeah.
5, just
Yeah.
feel it. Just feel it, let it come and go.
A word will come up like my word came up, melancholy. It just appeared. I feel melancholy. I'm like, oh, what does that mean?
Right. And I do not understand anything I see, right?
Mhm.
Let and then the past will
Look at
come
it with
up.
innocence.
Yeah, there's no it's like, well, it just came up because I had a thought about the past, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Which I
Right.
did. I had a
Sure.
thought about my mom. I was like, oh. And then the sadness came. But
Mhm.
my mom never made me feel sad ever.
Mhm.
It's
Ever,
it's
right?
the thought of not like her being not around.
Mhm.
It's not even true because I can be around her anytime I want and it
Right.
makes me happy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no loss. The belief in loss makes you melancholy. So if there's a feeling of loss, like maybe company leaving or,
Mhm.
things are changing, oh no. But it's always happening to a body. And so
Yeah. Yeah.
we can be we can be reassured. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amen.
And the remembering of these 5 lessons is to remember that we are peace. We are
Mhm.
peace, and nothing I see means anything. And I have given everything I see the meaning it has for me. And I
Mhm.
do not understand anything I see. These thoughts do not mean anything. And I'm never upset for the reason I think.
Yeah.
These are just great reminders of nothingness,
Yay!
of
Absolute happiness.
nothingness.
Oh, so beautiful. Mm. It really is so beautiful. Mm.
We love making things, humans love making things complicated and hard. And this is a reminder that it's
Mhm.
simple and innocent.
Well, I think
And
also we're trying to make our experience more juicy. And if we can complicate the shit out of it. Well, wow, haven't had
Well,
an amazing life.
isn't it great to create a problem and then solve it? It feels
Yeah,
so
for
good to
sure.
solve it.
Yeah.
Like, yay, I solved the problem.
Yeah. Well, there's
And
a
it's a
sense of
feeling of
accomplishment.
accomplishment.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we are here to accomplish all these things. And my other thought this morning was, at what stage do you want to have this kind of knowing? Because I almost have a fear that if somebody too young were to have the recognition of this, it would keep you stalled out. I don't know if it would allow a certain individual to move forward, right? You'd be like, well, nothing means anything. I don't know, you know what I mean? It can have that. I
It
feel
did
like
it did have
suspended
that for me.
animation comes to my mind. Suspended animation. We can just be kind
Yeah.
of living in this bit of a limbo. Right?
Yes.
So I'm glad that at 58 I've come to this and not 28 because what would I have done with that information, right? You'd be like, well, I don't need to take care of the kids. They don't really they don't even exist and I don't know what I would have done, but anyway, it's kind of funny just to think about at
Yeah.
what stage of your life can you take that in and and have a clearer understanding of what it actually means.
And I think the timing is always perfect when it works. Someone at 28 looking at this would probably, like me, when I first got the book, you read a book from page one.
Mm-hmm.
I started reading at page one and went, this is not the right time. I
Right.
had no idea you could start in the middle in the workbook for students, right?
Yeah.
You start a book at the beginning. Well, you
Mm-hmm.
don't. And I mean, this book that I just got, not that I've even looked at it, but you can start a book and know it's not the right time. You don't know why, and it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
but you're going to put it down. You're not going to force yourself to read it.
Right.
So if whoever is, you know,
Yeah.
it's always the perfect time, and your body knows for whatever reason, your
Mm-hmm.
soul knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if
We
you
don't have,
still have
yeah,
like a big investment in the world, like you really want to get a lot of things done,
Mm-hmm.
like and you really believe in everything and it feels
Mm-hmm.
all real, then you're not ready for this.
For sure.
yeah, exactly.
No, because you're still trying to build a life,
That's right.
right? But a lot of people that are in their, they're young, they're in their 20s and they see through the whole world already.
Right. Yeah.
They already know it's nothing. And
Yeah.
it's they have to go through the process, but then life gives them the next step, the
Yeah.
next opportunity. And so they don't have to live their life trying to build a life. They just get to live it.
Right.
Mhm.
And they're not afraid of losing anything either because they don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
to control and to protect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I really resonate with that because I don't even know what pivoted in the last year or even when it pivoted, but I just get to live it.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Yeah.
get to live my life
Yeah.
and notice the crazy stuff that comes up, but I just get to live my life.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing impacts me on the outside because it's all everything. I don't even know how to explain it. I really
Mhm.
don't have words for how to explain it. I just get to live it.
Yep.
I just get to live this.
I wish
Nothing
I would
hard.
have I wish I would have seen this, like, but I couldn't see it. No matter
You're
how
ready
much
when you're ready.
Yeah.
yeah, because I actually went into university and I didn't really do it because I really wanted to. It
Mm-hmm.
was because of conditioning.
Yeah. You were supposed to.
Yeah.
That was
And
the
so
next
it
logical
feels
step.
like I've been like there's a betrayal feeling, like I've been betrayed.
Hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I had to go through that. I had to so that I could come out the other side,
Yep.
Yeah.
right? So I wasn't, when you're not ready, you have to actually do all the conditioned things in the world in
Mm-hmm.
order to feel betrayed in the end.
Yes.
Right.
Because otherwise you can't
Yes.
see what you've been betrayed by.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
exactly right. Yeah.
And it's interesting to be a bookkeeper at this time because
Mm-hmm.
that's really very meaningless. And it makes it sometimes really interesting to try and do, prepare income statements for tax returns when it's all really very meaningless, right?
Mm.
It's, and who's benefiting and what
But there's
rules
still
are.
something in you that feels like there's a fulfillment in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh,
I do it because it helps.
well, that's it.
It makes my life easy, and
Right.
There
it's
you go.
easy to do.
Yeah.
You're getting something out of it, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yes, I'm getting something out of it.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. But if I could be doing anything else, like I even noticed yesterday, I spent all day doing a person's file because it's tax time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I went for a walk, and I went, why am I kind of I'm just kind of today. Well, you haven't done anything creative for a few days. You haven't cooked. You haven't looked at your, Canva account. And I've done my affirmations, and I remember reading as well that I wanted to create my root chakra book for April 30th. Well, I don't have time now.
Mm.
That's probably a lie as well. I probably could, but so
This
it was
is
like
what
I'm
it
not
is.
using the creative part of me that really lights up when I do those things. So
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Yeah.
just noticing.
Yes. Yep. And that's the script we're living in. Like we're living in a script that doesn't always feel great, but then it's for the purpose of noticing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 It's like, oh, I have to keep noticing, I guess. Like, yeah,
Well,
because
and what
we're
the
not,
noticing does is it brings you back to the peace. Oh,
yes,
I notice I'm not doing anything creative. Well, I can change that. What is it? I can
yes,
exchange what I see now for this merely by being willing to do so.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah,
a pretty simple statement too.
Yep.
yeah. Like, where have we compromised our peace
Yeah.
is another question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For some kind of justification or rationalization in the world, like because the mind's always rationalizing something. Oh, well, it has all these rationalizations.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
because of this, this, and this.
Yeah, and then we compromise. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
if we do it too much, then we don't feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's
So
just,
interesting.
it's the red light goes on the dashboard. It's like time to notice this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've gotten
Yeah.
rid of a few cars because of that. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that light's on again. Oh, that light, I fixed that. Oh, that light's on again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I fixed it. Why is that? Okay, you got to go.
Yep. 3 strikes, you're out.
Right? And
Mm-hmm.
it was my favorite car,
Mm-hmm.
my 350Z soft top 6-speed turbo convertible. I just freaking loved it. And yet every time I got in it, it was like a red light came on. I'm like, you fucking kidding me? Anyway,
Uh,
I
yeah.
miss it. And
Talk about feeling betrayed,
Yeah. There it is.
right?
I was
That's
feeling
it.
betrayed.
You put meaning into something, made it special, and then it betrays you.
Yeah.
Oh no. You were
The
supposed to be
perfect plot.
special.
The perfect plot.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Specialness
you
will get
noticed.
you every time.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
It'll
and I
betray
guess
you.
that's why I buy a safe car. I love my Honda CRV because it's
Mm-hmm.
just I get in and I say I love this every time.
Yeah.
I don't go, "Oh, I wish I had my sports
Right.
car."
Yeah.
Though sometimes I wish I did, but anyway,
Yeah.
whatever. Oh my gosh, so funny. So we strive for happy. We notice when we're not. We go inside and accept
Mm-hmm.
and
Learn to
just
recognize everything for what it is.
yeah,
Part of
feel
the
our feelings
experience.
and then go back to
Yep.
peace.
Yeah.
Because nothing I see means anything. And I have given what I see all the meaning it has for me. I do not understand anything I see. See, that speaks innocence to me. I do not understand anything I see.
Right.
What is
Yeah,
this? Why
yeah.
do I
Like,
need that? What's going on here?
it's the mind wants to label things like just sitting by the river, say,
Yeah,
and don't call it a river. Don't name it. Just look at it without the judgment, if you can.
right?
See it before language ever was invented.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how would you describe it? You couldn't describe it because you would have no
Yeah.
words.
No,
Words are the spell, right?
there's no separation.
Yeah,
You are that. We are everything. And then there's just
right?
peace.
Right. And as soon as we name things, that reminds us of how separate we are.
Yes, it does. And that doesn't make me feel good. Anytime anybody names something, I literally feel separated in that moment.
Yeah,
Like somebody will say, oh, they'll name a flower or something, and I'll just go, I'll start feeling, I don't know what it is, but I'll just feel this resistance.
yeah,
And I'm like, oh, now it's not one it's not one with me, it's separate from me.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's a good
It's
point.
just very
Good
subtle though.
noticing.
Very
Yeah,
noticed. It's very subtle.
yeah,
And then we can name things after we've learned that everything is one. Then you can name things and it won't feel separate anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You can still
yes.
name them. But at the beginning, we're trying to remember our oneness. And it
And
seems,
is it even important to name it? Well,
Only if you want to
if
buy
you
it.
No,
were to say you're
it's
going to
just what
sit by a
happened.
river, we kind
It
of
just,
need that. We need a few words to describe what it is.
oh,
Or, that thing that's clear that runs between rocks and,
oh
snow
yeah,
when it melts. But we need words to
to
have the
tell the
visual. And
story.
then,
Yeah.
yeah,
But when you're in the moment, you don't need to
Mhm.
name anything.
yes,
Yeah.
that's
You're part
true.
of the story. You don't have to tell the story to yourself.
No,
Exactly.
just
Hmm.
that's what the piece is just being. That's just simply being.
Being present.
Talking about things is bringing in the past.
Yep.
And it's like, that's separation.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is.
You're not simply being
Nothing I
anymore.
see means anything. It's just back to innocence. Excuse me, back to innocence. I must let it go by realizing it has no meaning so that vision may take its place.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's so
Nice.
good.
Yeah,
It's
just
so
being
good.
here right now is so good.
So good. So
Mhm.
good. So good. It's just a beautiful, I'm glad they do this. I'm glad they do this. To not to but to remind us.
Mhm.
These are simple lessons and we make them hard.
And these are actually apparently channeled through Jesus. So you're glad Jesus did that.
Yes, exactly.
But Jesus is
Yes.
just a symbol in our mind of who we truly are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're not any different than him. And he even says that in the book. He says, I'm not any different than you. I
Yeah.
just I just decided to overcome the world and now I'm helping you to too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we like to make it hard and not easy.
Yeah, we need to make it mean something because it
Yeah.
feels like if we don't attach the labels to it, then we don't have an understanding of it. And if we don't have an understanding of it, then it doesn't have any meaning. So you can just workshop this all the way back to,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
misery.
thoughts themselves are a program and we're not the program.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Always think that we're thinking the thoughts. They're our thoughts. But they're the program's thoughts.
Yep.
We're just attaching to the program.
What did people do before there was language?
They were just being. They, the mind created language.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know how it happens.
Right?
That's
Honey, I need some of those red things. See, you can't even,
Yeah.
no, you can't even say I, because the I is the program.
yeah.
Mhm.
Or even honey, can you go get? There's no honey. Like honey meaning your partner. Honey, I'm making soup. See, there's all the words are required. So how do you just
How do
do?
you function without words? I mean, you don't have to if you're alone.
They're not meant, we're not meant to get rid of them because to serve us. They're not to control us.
Yes.
They're here to serve.
But also, as you see, every time I tried to use words, it felt separation. I felt separation
Mm.
because I was just trying to explain a scenario where, let's say it's 1400 and there's a couple in the woods, and I don't even know how they would have met each other. And they somehow built a hut,
Mhm.
and she's making dinner. Why did I even assume she's making dinner? She's making dinner and she needs an herb, or she knows she wants something to go in it.
The
Kind of
thing
like how
is,
we would cook, right? Honey, can you go to that tree?
but she's not actually having any expectations either
Yeah.
because the mind is, because of beliefs, we have expectations on other people. But when you're
Yes.
living in simply being, there are none.
Yeah.
Like my son, he doesn't live in expectations. He rarely asks me for things,
Yeah.
and I rarely ask him for things. It's like there's just no need to depend on, I don't know what it is. Everything's so simple.
Right.
In my past life, I don't know, 10 years ago, oh no, it's like everybody was trying to control everybody.
Yeah.
And now I don't have that as much. It's
Yeah.
fading away.
Yeah. I feel that too. Not all the time, but I feel that too. It's just simple.
Yeah. You're not relying
And I
on people to do things for you. You just, yeah, there's not an expectation. There's just,
Mhm.
it's true helpfulness.
yes. And that's what again what I see in these 5 lessons is the simplicity and the innocence. It's just nothing I see means anything.
Yeah.
I have judged what I see all I have given what I see all the meaning it has for me. I do not understand anything I see. It's all about just simplicity.
Childlike wonder,
Yeah, childlike
Mhm.
wonder.
just playfulness
Yeah.
and love.
And peace.
Yes.
Simplicity and
And
peace.
safety. Safety has come up a lot. Like I think the mind, when it doesn't feel safe, it goes into panic mode and it goes into manipulation mode and controlling mode because of unsafety. But once safety is here, once it's noticed and you feel it,
Mm-hmm.
the mind can settle down. It can
hmm
relax.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's something I didn't feel through the last few years until someone brought it up to me and I went, well, and that was the root chakra. Your root
Mm.
chakra is destroyed. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means. Well, you don't feel safe. And I thought, no, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe about anything.
Uh-huh.
And the work going in and doing the work within me, that's changed. I
Mm-hmm.
feel very safe. I feel very safe. And not because I have cupboards full of stuff and I can lock my front door. It's not that kind of safe. It's just there's just a peaceful safety
Mm-hmm.
here now.
Mhm.
Again, I don't have words for it. It just is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, this has been an amazing lesson today. Lesson
Really?
51 has
Yep.
been really good for me.
Mhm. And it's like it kind of feels like going back to the root chakra again
Yeah.
and bringing that safety in. We
Yeah.
are safe because nothing means anything. And it's like that does bring safety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If things
Yeah.
all meant the things that they were, defined to be, there'd be lots to be afraid of. But because it's all fake, it just it takes all the air out of the balloon, right? It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm safe already. It's already there's nothing to be afraid of because it's a dream. And dreams, you can't be afraid of dreams because
Right.
Yeah.
they're not going
Or
to
a movie. You
attack
can't,
your
yeah,
safety.
there's nothing there. There's nothing
Mm-hmm.
to attack. A thing that the movie's playing on,
Yep.
Mhm.
that's kind of silly, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. You can't yeah, you can't white out your computer screen. It's not real.
yeah. And it's not a problem. Nothing's a problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, it can be what it is.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just so simple. We just we make it mean something when it really means nothing.
And then we got to try to solve the problem, and that's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like solving problems is very stressful.
Right.
And tiring.
Mm-hmm.
But if we were to be able to first look upon it without judgment, we wouldn't see a problem at all.
Right.
So it's a
Yeah.
good just to notice when we're doing that
Yeah.
or when that's just happening because we are not doing anything because we're peace.
Yeah.
It's the program that's doing it and we're attaching to it and we're making it
Yeah.
be us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So good. Okay. Well, I
Thank you.
think I'll end the recording here.